Welcome back to McCarthy Performance. We have a head gasket on the Dart 360 heads here. I've got locating pins that fit very tight into the holes that locate the gasket exact. What we're doing is we're trying to pick up the points to drill for the added clamping pressure on the head. Them go in the valley. We'll have to buy the adapters. Rand Morrison sells them for the inside valley lugs. So I'm gonna. There's a lot of different ways to pick up this hole, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently. We're gonna see how it works, and what I'm gonna do is I've got a piece of tubing and a transfer punch, and it fits fairly snug in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around. If it'll go through. Yes, it will go through. Okay. I'm gonna hold it down. That's gonna be center. Flip it around. And that hole should be pretty close to center. And it is, and I can move it a little bit if I have to. So hold it steady and so I have them two located now. I know where the center of them are. I just have to pick up the angle of the deck so we're drilling into this at the right angle. And we'll get her up on the seat and guide machine and we'll get going on it. So I got a small drill bit in here. As you can see, it bends easily. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to touch down on my center point because I'm looking at my center point and it's dead on the money. So I'm going to bring the quill down and drop it into the center line punch mark and see which way the drill moves. This way and this way. Once I got it up on center, and I do, and I'm happy with it, and I am, now I'm going to switch out to a center drill. I could drill it with this, but it could also wander a little bit, being that this is on a steep angle on this deck. Now I'll go very easily with the center drill. I could spot face this and re-pick up the center. That's a little bit of added work. It could pay off, but I think if we're careful, we don't need to do that, and I don't plan on doing it. So we got her in the chuck. See if the power's on, and it's not. Okay, I went in there with a small center drill, and I went in there with a little bit bigger center drill, and that's going to let me set the drill bit center up on that taper right there. Just going to take it easy and we're just about through. The head, I never moved the head or anything, so now we're going to tap it. I'm going to power tap it, and I don't know how far I'm going to go with power tapping. Depends on how good it wants to cut. It's 7/16 by, I believe, what is it, 7/16 by 14. It takes a U bit. 380 is a little bit big, and 3/8 is a little bit small. And I don't have a U drill bit, so lots of oil. This is going to be a full engagement thread, that's for sure. Okay. So we'll tighten her up a little bit. I'd rather have it spin than break off in the head. I'm just rocking it back and forth into reverse to forward. A little more oil in her. Hand tap it the rest of the way. It started on center, so we're good. I know it's straight. So put my hand tap handle in there. I'd rather have it slip than break. Like I said before, it's probably a little bit hard on the chuck, but so be it. Hand tap it the rest of the way. Have the 360s drilled for the extra valley fasteners. I used an old 380 Dart 2 head to pick up that angle. Found it with an angle, my angle gauge. I have a Miracle gauge that's mercury balanced or leveled, and that's what I used on it. It came out to be like 10 degrees. So that's kind of what I figured. I screwed a stud in here and I found the angle, and then I picked that angle up and I put it on here. But anyways, they're all drilled, spotted, chased out, washed. So them heads are going to go back together just as soon as we get some titanium intake valves. So that's that on this job. Okay, I started prepping this 350 block for the 383 stroker crank. I've opened up this a little bit. I widened this out a little bit. I've blended this in a little. Cleaned up the housing bores lightly, and they are in the middle of the spec, which is okay for this job. It's fine. Cleaned up the soft plug holes with the wire wheel. I'm going to go over with the cup wheel on the block. Moisture is kind of high in the shop right now, and it's kind of turning my metal iron and metal rusty. It's starting to turn it orange. Go in here after I tap it, and then I go in there with a Tootsie Roll and blend the back so there's no sharp threads, no metal hanging off of them. And then what we have, what I call zippers. I'm going to take these and grind them right out. I'm going to remove these. This is a cold shut. The Pontiac guys know what this is about. I've seen a lot of Pontiacs that split right here, and it's just kind of where the two halves of the mold, where the iron just doesn't really want to flow out as good. It has a cold parting line there, and it'll cause a zipper. That's what I call it, and they zip right down the bores. So then we'll get removed. Obviously, sometimes they're not as bad, and it's an as-cast block. You know, it's not, these things are pumped out left and right, so, they're never 100%. So we're going to go in there, and like that one there, I'm going to blend that back, but I'm going to definitely remove these. And the weapon of choice is going to be my electric grinder with a stone on it. And I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to touch them until they disappear. And then I'll blend this back with an MX wheel. I'm going to take out some material for the crank. Well, actually for the rods, but I think you understand that. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on this in this video. I don't know how far we'll get, but I've gone in here and I've chased this out and go in there and make sure there's no burrs, and I got that cleaned out. So we're on our way to getting it going. I can put her up on the stand. I don't know if you'll see much. It's going to be kind of hard to get down in there, but let's give it a try. There. I was looking for my face shield. Okay, of course I'll blend all this back. If you've seen any of my videos on prep work, you'll know I'll blend this back. And the bores have not been honed, so I have a dummy piston that I'll run up and down the bores, and I'll make sure all my stroke is clear. But I kind of know where to cut on these because I've done more than a few of them. You know, somebody may ask about going down here and removing this and saying, well, you're going to hit water. Well, this is all iron right here. You're not going to hit water until you get down about here. You know, of course, like I said, I'm not going to take any more out, and I'll show you just what I've taken out. Yeah, no, we'll have to show you, but anyways, we're going to knock this one out. You probably see it right there. Okay, these are everybody calls them different things. That's a 3M Scotch-Brite wheel. And this is what I use to blend the bottom of these. So you got a friend that's telling you these don't take material off, watch. Well, I think we're going to leave it right here for today, and we'll put the crank in tomorrow after I wipe some of the grit out of this thing. I got dummy bearings, and we'll set it up with the connecting rods and make sure that it all clears. But we pretty much, I believe, got enough. Might have to take a little bit more out of here, but that's okay. We didn't really take a whole lot out of the bottom, except where these party barks were. And I just kind of smoothed all this out. So, you know, if we've got to take a little more out, that's not a problem. Usually you got to take it out here and right there. These usually are pretty good. But, you know, this is pretty much as cast. You can see this one here is a little different than that one. But I can adjust it if need be. But if the rod's clear, they clear. So thanks for watching. Should have a few more videos coming up, doing some other stuff that might be interesting to some people. Still got a line bore, the 283, and got a 360 Mopar that I got a deck bore hone. Start putting that together. Well, thanks for watching.